Welcome to Newsmax TV. I'm Kathleen Walter. A powerful figure in Haitian politics in the 80s and 90s is attempting to defeat a 9-term Democrat congressman in South Florida. Republican Bernard Sansaricq faces Democrat incumbent Alcee Hastings in Florida's District 23 race in the general election. A native of Haiti, Mr. Sansaricq attended university in New York and served as president of the Haitian Senate in 1994 before returning to the U.S. to make a career in residential real estate sales. Welcome to Newsmax TV, Bernard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm glad to be here.
You last held political office more than a decade ago. Talk to us about what inspired and motivated you to jump back into the political scene here in the U.S.
Because I love politics. Politics is my life. I dream politics 24 hours a day. I talk politics 24 hours a day, and I watch everything that's going on in politics in the United States and around the world.
What separates you from your opponent in this race?
A lot. Honesty, integrity, the desire to do something for the people. I'm not looking to be the congressman so I can do something for myself. I'm looking to do something to leave a mark in history, especially for Haitian-American, open doors for them, you know, in the U.S. Congress and also other positions like mayors and things like that. I think I would be a very good role model, and I would be very good for them, okay? And for the United States also. I have a lot of experience in foreign policy, and I was president of the Senate in Haiti in 1994 when Bill Clinton invaded the country. So that gave me a lot of exposure, and I have a lot to share with my future colleague in the U.S. Congress.
If elected, what would your priorities be?
Education. What's going on in the district is that we have a dropout rate of about 52%. And among the minorities, among the foreign minorities, okay, it's over 70%. It's really too much. I think when you have education, when you can bring up the level of education you give them in schools, I think you also give them better opportunities and you give them a better quality of life.
Now, your opponent, Congressman Hastings, has been on Capitol Hill since 1993. He's an impeached federal judge who was removed from the bench back in 1989. Why do you think that fact doesn't seem to faze voters?
This is the district. The 23rd district was carved specially for Hastings, for men like Hastings, to be congressman, I would say what we call in the Caribbean, congressman for life. I think he thinks that this is something that God has given him, and this is the first time he is really getting a challenge. This is the first time he's getting a real opposition, and then this is the first time that definitely he's going to be defeated. He is panicking right now, and that's a very good sign. I'm getting into him. First he said he was going to ignore me, but he's not ignoring me anymore. Now he's going after me. So that's good. That's very good, because we will publish his record. He does not have a good record in the 23rd district. This is the poorest district in Florida. This is a district that has, like I say, 52% dropout rate in high school and grammar school, okay? And those kids, after they leave school, they have nothing to do. They are getting in trouble with the law. And definitely this is something that we will do. We will concentrate on trying to bring up the level of education on the 23rd district and give them a better quality of life and better opportunities.
What is your take on the current economic situation that the United States is in right now? And do you support President Obama's proposal to extend the Bush tax cuts to the middle class only?
To extend the Bush tax cut to all of them, yes, I would be in favor of that. Okay, and the United States, as we know right now, we are borrowing 40 cents on every dollar that we spend in Washington, D.C. The country cannot go like that. It's impossible. As far as the, what are we going to leave to our children? What are we going to leave to our grandchildren? We have to curb the expenses going on in Washington, D.C. And when I'm elected to Congress, myself, I will definitely trim my budget to 1/3 of what they are giving to the congressman right now. And we will try to do the same for everyone in Congress. And by the way, I'm for term limits. When you when you have a congressman who has 9 terms and looking for a 10th term, that's when you have entrenched corruption. Okay, so no more than 4 terms limit, 8 years, that's what I will fight for. I will also fight to be on the same social security system as everyone else, because that's the only way we will fix social security. When you are on a special perch and you make laws for everybody else, but those laws don't apply to you, this is definitely a no-no. And I will try to change that in Washington, D.C.
What is your position on President Obama's new health care reform law? And do you support repeal and replace, as do many Republicans?
Definitely. Personally, I have traveled all over the world, and I have seen the socialist healthcare system, especially, for example, in France. I have seen it in France, where I have people of my own family that are living in France right now. Right. Okay, they cannot see a specialist until they wait a year. Sometimes it's too late because some of them have cancer, some of them have diabetes, some of them have really special chronic disease, and when they need a specialist, it's not readily available. You have to wait a year. Right now, we have the best healthcare system in the world. If I need a specialist myself, I can have one in 24 hours, and sometimes less than 24 hours. So the socialist healthcare system has failed everywhere in the world, in Europe, in Latin America, in Cuba, in Venezuela right now it's failing. So right now we do have the best healthcare system, and we have to maintain that the best that we have to definitely hold on to that.
Americans overwhelmingly disapprove of this new health care reform law, as evidenced in many polls. And there's another poll that I want to ask you about. It just came out from Real Clear Average. It finds 44.7% of voters approve of how President Obama is doing, and 51.1% disapprove. A number of Democrats, including members of President Obama's own administration, appear to be running from him. Why do you think that is?
Because the man does not have the experience to run the country. Obama had apparently sold his ideas, but his ideas and what is the reality in the field, actually in the United States, is completely different. Obama is a dreamer. We do not need a dreamer. We need someone like Ronald Reagan, to be president of the United States. Right now, Obama actually is failing because of his social programs, and he will continue on failing until the next election in 2012, where we hope he will be replaced.
All right. Senate Democrats led by Harry Reid and Dick Durbin are still pushing hard for that so-called DREAM Act, which some refer to as amnesty light. What would such a law, what kind of impact would that have on Florida?
Very, very bad on Florida. Very, very bad. Right now, the illegal aliens are costing us already $340 billion a year. This is money we do not have. And I am for legal immigration. Even though the DREAM Act could have some good aspect to it, because it will teach foreign students, give them the opportunity to get an education, but actually it will cost us a lot of money. What we need is to have the money available for American and legal resident students. The DREAM Act is a one step to amnesty to about 15 to 20 million illegal aliens, and we do not need that in the United States. I have lived in countries like Costa Rica for 5 years, where I've seen 500,000 Nicaraguans come to Costa Rica and change the landscape. So 20 million illegal aliens, or 15, we do not even have a straight number from the immigration system, because people keep coming here, will definitely destroy this country. We need to have legal immigration, and this is what I stand for.
Bernard Sansaricq, Republican candidate for U.S. Congress in Florida's District 23. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck with your campaign.
Thank you very much, and don't forget to vote for Bernard Sansaricq on November 2nd.
And thank you for watching Newsmax TV.